Imagine waking up 7 years from today and realizing you never have to work another day in your life. No alarm clocks, no bosses, no paycheck-to-paycheck stress. Sounds impossible, right? Most people are told they need to work for 40 years, grind until they're old, and then maybe, just maybe, they can enjoy retirement. But what if I told you that you don't need 40 years, you just need 7? That even if you're starting with nothing in your bank account, you can build a path to financial freedom faster than you ever believed possible. Now, here's the truth. Retiring in 7 years is not about luck, winning the lottery, 8, or being born into money. It's about making bold choices, living differently than the crowd, and being intentional with every single dollar you touch. It's about discipline, sacrifice, and a laser focus on building wealth instead of wasting it. The average person spends their paycheck without thinking. But you're going to learn how to make your money work harder than you do until it builds a life where your time belongs entirely to you. This isn't just a dream, it's a system, a plan, and if you follow it with relentless determination, 7 years from now, you'll be free. The very first step toward retiring in just 7 years, especially if you're starting from zero, is building a ruthless saving habit. And let me tell you something, this part isn't glamorous. It's not about flashy investments or overnight success. It's about discipline. It's about saying no today so you can say yes to freedom tomorrow. Most people fail right here at the starting line because they think saving is optional. They believe they'll get around to it when they have more money. But here's the hard truth. If you can't save when you make a little, you won't save when you make a lot. It's not about how much you earn, it's about how much you keep. Retiring in 7 years means you can't afford to treat saving like an afterthought. It has to be your number one priority every single time money hits your account. Think of your paycheck as divided into 2 parts the moment it arrives. One part belongs to your future and one part belongs to your present. Most people do the opposite. They pay their present selves first. They buy comfort, entertainment, upgrades, little luxuries. Then they look at what's left and think about saving. That mindset guarantees they'll never escape the grind. The key is flipping that order. You save first, spend second. The future you is the priority, not the one scrolling on a phone at midnight. Now, when I say ruthless saving, I don't mean putting away $50 here and there and feeling proud. I mean cutting deep. I mean deciding that 30%, 40%, or even 50% of your income is going toward your future, no matter what. At first, it sounds impossible, but look at your expenses. How much of it is really necessary? How much is just habit, convenience, or the desire to keep up with everyone else? When you start tracking every dollar, you'll realize most of what you spend on doesn't add real value to your life. That's where the power lies. Because every dollar you don't waste is a soldier in your army of financial freedom. And here's the truth, saving aggressively isn't forever. It's not like you're signing up for a lifetime of scarcity. You're committing to a short, intense season of sacrifice, 7 years of cutting back, so you can enjoy 50 years of abundance. Isn't that worth it? Imagine living free in your 30s or 40s while everyone else is still chained to a desk, all because you were willing to be uncomfortable for a few years. Of course, people will talk. Friends, family, even co-workers will question your choices. They'll laugh when you drive an older car, when you skip vacations, when you say no to things that cost money. But 7 years later, 8, those same people will be asking you how you did it while they're still waiting for retirement at 65. The discipline you show now is going to shock them later. Another piece of this is automation. Don't leave saving up to willpower, because willpower fails. Set up automatic transfers the moment your paycheck comes in. That way, saving isn't a choice, it's a default. If the money is out of sight, it's out of mind, and you'll learn to live on what's left. The people who succeed aren't the ones who try to save, They're the ones who make saving automatic and non-negotiable. Here's the mindset shift. Every dollar saved isn't just money in a bank account. It's time. It's freedom. It's buying back your life one deposit at a time. When you see savings as stored energy that will fuel your escape from the rat race, suddenly it becomes exciting. You stop asking, "Oh, how much can I spend?" and start asking, "How fast can I save?" Building a ruthless saving habit is the foundation. Without it, the rest of the plan crumbles. With it, you've taken the most important step toward compressing a lifetime of financial freedom into just 7 years. 8, this is where the dream begins, by making saving a way of life, not a once-in-a-while activity. If you want to retire in just 7 years starting with nothing, saving alone won't cut it. You can save every penny you earn, but if your income is too small, the progress will crawl. 8, that's why the second step is multiplying your income, and not just by working longer hours at your main job that won't get you free. You need smart hustles, streams of income that grow alongside your effort, and eventually without your effort. Here's the reality: the average paycheck was never designed to make you rich. It was designed to keep you afloat. If you stick with one source of income and hope it'll buy you financial freedom, you'll be waiting forever. But if you're willing to step outside the comfort zone to create new ways of earning, your timeline collapses from decades to years. Start by looking at what skills you already have. Can you write? Can you design? Can you manage social media, build websites, tutor, or edit videos? The internet has turned every skill into a marketplace. What you know can be packaged into a service, and services can turn into consistent cash flow. Platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, or even running your own website make it possible to reach global clients from your bedroom. That's one hustle. Then think about what you can sell that doesn't require your constant presence. Digital products like ebooks, online courses, templates, or software take effort up front, but then sell over and over again without you lifting a finger. Imagine building something once and it keeps paying you while you sleep. That's the type of hustle that accelerates the 7-year plan. But let's go deeper. The most powerful hustles are the ones that scale. Let's say you start freelancing to make extra money. That's good, but it still trades time for dollars. To multiply your income, take that extra money and invest in building something bigger. For example, use your freelancing income to build a small agency where others do the work while you manage. Or take profits from a side hustle and invest in assets, stocks, real estate, businesses that start paying you back every month. Another strategy is leveraging platforms where demand is already massive. Dropshipping, print on demand, affiliate marketing. These models remove the need for inventory or heavy overhead. You plug into systems that are already moving and carve out your share. It doesn't mean it's easy. There's competition, learning curves, and failures. But if you commit, each attempt gets you closer to the hustle that sticks. Now, here's the key mindset. Don't chase every hustle you see online. That's how you waste years. Instead, test fast, fail fast, and double down on what works. Pick 1 or 2 streams that fit your strengths and go all in. Remember, you don't need 10 hustles paying a little. You need 1 or 2 paying a lot. When you focus, you grow faster. And let me be clear, hustling is not forever. You're not multiplying your income just to stay busy. You're doing it to build capital, the fuel that drives you to financial independence. Think of every extra dollar you make from hustling as a soldier that will later be deployed into investments. You're not hustling just to buy nicer clothes or a fancier car. You're hustling to escape the system altogether. The beauty of this step is that it doesn't matter where you start. People with no money, no connections, no fancy degree have built life, changing income streams simply by starting small and being consistent. They learned a skill, offered it to the world, and reinvested the returns. In today's world, access is wide open. The only barrier is your willingness to put in the work. So, If you're serious about retiring in 7 years, you can't settle for one paycheck. You've got to multiply. You've got to use every skill, every spare hour, every ounce of energy to create hustles that pour extra cash into your future. Because the faster you earn, the faster you save, and the faster you can invest. And that's how you compress decades of work into 7 powerful years. At some point, saving and hustling will only take you so far. You can cut expenses, you can work side jobs, you can stack cash, but that money sitting in a savings account won't buy you freedom. Inflation eats away at it and growth stays painfully slow. If you want to retire in just 7 years, you have to make your money work harder than you do. That's where investing comes in. But here's the truth. You can't afford to invest timidly. You've got to invest aggressively. But wisely, aggressive investing doesn't mean reckless gambling. Too many people confuse the two. They hear about crypto booms or hot stock tips and throw money at them, hoping for overnight riches. That's not a strategy, that's a lottery ticket. And lottery tickets don't build freedom, they build disappointment. Being aggressive is about having a bold plan with calculated risk, using proven strategies that multiply your money fast enough to shrink decades into years. One of the smartest places to start is the stock market. Not by chasing random trades, but by focusing on growth assets. Exchange, traded funds, ETFs, index funds, and carefully chosen individual stocks can compound your wealth at rates far beyond traditional savings. If you're disciplined and consistent, the power of compounding turns modest investments into massive sums in just a few years. Imagine every dollar doubling, then doubling again. That's the math behind financial freedom. But stocks aren't the only option. Real estate has been a wealth builder for centuries. The beauty of real estate is leverage. You can control a large asset with a fraction of the money. Rental properties can create cash flow month after month, while the property itself grows in value over time. If you're strategic, buying in emerging areas, managing costs, and reinvesting profits, real estate can shave years off your retirement timeline. And then there are modern assets, online businesses, digital real estate, intellectual property, building or buying a small online store, owning websites that generate ad revenue, or creating assets like e-books or courses that sell automatically can become investments in their own right. They're not just side hustles. They're wealth machines that, once established, operate with minimal effort and scale over time. Now, here's the part most people miss of aggressive investing requires you to stay educated. You can't just throw money around and hope it works. You need to study, learn how markets move, understand risk, track trends, and adapt. In 7 years, the person who commits to learning investing like a craft will leave behind the person who just dabbles. Education turns fear into confidence, and confidence allows you to invest when others hesitate. Another critical point, you must accept volatility. There will be dips, losses, moments when it feels like everything is crashing. The average person panics and sells. The wise investor sees those moments as opportunities. Every crash, every dip is a sale on the future. Aggressive but wise investors don't run from the storm. They ride it to wealth. But balance is key. Being aggressive doesn't mean putting all your money in one place. Diversify. Spread your investments across different assets, so if one fails, the others keep you afloat. Diversification is your parachute. It lets you take bold leaps without the fear of total destruction. The mindset you need is simple: money is a tool. Every dollar you earn from saving and hustling is a seed. If you bury it in the ground, it'll stay the same. But if you plant it in fertile soil, in strong, smart investments, it grows into a tree that feeds you for life. The more seeds you plant now, the faster your forest grows. Investing aggressively, but wisely, the 48, is the bridge between grinding and freedom. It's how you transform today's discipline into tomorrow's independence. Without it, you'll work forever. With it, 7 years from now, you'll wake up to a life where your money works harder than you ever did. The final step in retiring in 7 years, starting from zero, is not just about money. It's about how you live. You can save ruthlessly, multiply your income, and invest aggressively. But if your lifestyle works against you, you'll never reach freedom. That's why you have to design a freedom-focused lifestyle, one that supports your mission instead of sabotaging it. Here's the reality. Most people live like prisoners of their own spending. The moment they earn more, they buy more. Bigger houses, newer cars, expensive gadgets, constant upgrades. Every pay raise gets swallowed by lifestyle inflation. And then they wonder why, despite working harder than ever, they're still trapped. If you want to escape in 7 years, you can't play that game. You need a lifestyle built around freedom, not appearances. That means embracing minimalism in a way that works for you. Not living with nothing, but cutting out the unnecessary. Every purchase you make should be questioned. Does this move me closer to freedom, or does it tie me down? That one question can save you from years of wasted money. Think about it. Do you really need the latest phone, the designer clothes, the fancy nights out? Or do you need investments that will buy you decades of freedom? But a freedom-focused lifestyle isn't just about spending less. It's also about creating systems that give you control over your time. You design your days around what matters most: health, relationships, learning, and contribution. Because what's the point of retiring early if you've built a life of emptiness? 8, the goal isn't just to escape work. It's to create a life so meaningful that you never want to escape from it. A big part of this lifestyle is resisting the pressure to keep up with others. People will try to pull you back into the cycle of spending because your discipline makes them uncomfortable. They'll question your choices, laugh at your simplicity, or tell you you're missing out. But remember this: what you're missing out on is debt, stress, and a lifetime of being chained to a paycheck. And what you're gaining is priceless time, peace, and control. Another part of designing this lifestyle is location flexibility. Maybe the city you're in is expensive, draining your resources faster than you can save them. Ask yourself, could I live better somewhere else for less? Sometimes moving to a different city or even a different country can cut your expenses in half while maintaining or even improving your quality of life. 8, this doesn't mean you have to leave forever, but during those 7 years, every dollar saved counts as fuel for your freedom. And here's something most people overlook: health is wealth. If you retire financially free, but your body is broken, you won't enjoy the life you built. So, a freedom-focused lifestyle includes habits that protect your health: exercise, eating well, managing stress. Because the 7-year plan isn't just about escaping work, it's about building the energy to enjoy the years you win back. The beauty of designing this kind of lifestyle is that it doesn't feel like deprivation once you commit. In fact, it feels empowering. Every time you say no to an impulse purchase, you're saying yes to freedom. Every time you choose simplicity over excess, 8, you're accelerating the countdown to your independence. The truth is, financial freedom is not only built in your bank account, it's built in your daily decisions. By creating a lifestyle that prioritizes freedom over status, simplicity over excess, and purpose over distraction, you guarantee that when the money comes, 8, you're ready to handle it. You won't fall back into the trap of spending everything you earn because you've trained yourself to live differently. So remember this: the final step isn't just about making more, it's about needing less. It's about designing a life so aligned with your values and goals that money becomes the servant, not the master. Do this, and 7 years from now, you won't just have financial freedom, you'll have true freedom, the kind that money can't buy.